Mississippi, a couple of states tied together through history and a couple of schools that share some common ground are going to lock horns once again in the battle for the Golden Boot. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Arkansas Razorbacks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Offense in a bunch formation. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. Quarterback making checks. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And the Razorbacks will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession.
And that was almost a huge mistake by special teams. On the punt return, fumbling the football, they are so lucky that they jumped on that ball and that their offense is now going to take the field because that could have been disastrous.
Takes the handoff. It's buried. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. Just a few games remaining. They're atop the conference standings. Jesse, how hard is it not to look ahead at this point?
Really, really hard because everybody's talking about the conference championship, who you might play. You've still got to deal and you still got to take care of business on the field today. That's the most important thing. It's been a phenomenal season up to this point, David. Great things ahead potentially, but you got to win this one today.
Well, and I think that's what's really important. It's a great start, and now it's about finishing the season. To be at the top is awesome, but you can't lose a conference.
Oh, he's got some space. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, LSU! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
Might be changing the route. White wants to throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Platt. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Anthony. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Razorbacks want to crank the tempo. Some rivalries forged in excellence, some in geographical proximity, and that's what we have once the Razorbacks join the SEC. Someone had the brilliant idea, we need a big golden boot that looks like the two states, and it's one of the most hotly contested rivalry games of the year.
And big is the right word. It's 4 feet tall. It's 200 pounds. It's 24-karat gold. Palmer, this is the trophy you want to win. There's some bad trophies out there, but this boot is a big deal.
It fills your trophy case. It's got girth. It's got weight. You appreciate that. I know everyone's going to say, no, Italy's the boot. No, it's not. Louisiana, Arkansas, and the Golden Boot Trophy. That's what it's all about.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Now he's going to break the pocket. With the catch, it's Platt. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Got a man. It's Anthony. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. And the Razorbacks really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Might be calling a hot route. White going to attack through the air. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Taking it the other way. The 40. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a 3rd down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced the big interception.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quick completion on the out. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the 1st down. This rivalry picked up steam when the Razorbacks joined the SEC, and man, some of the names that have had moments: Darren McFadden, Felix Jones, Matt Jones, Joe Burrow, Justin Jefferson, all of it over a Golden Boot.
And been playing since 1901. You think about all the great rivalries in college football, especially in the South. This is one of the best ones here. Not always have been in the same conference, but they've played a lot of times, David, and it gets hot every time they meet up.
Yeah, and the boot is the shape of Arkansas with the shape of Louisiana, so obviously
going for it all. He caught it. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
And how about the communication by the big fellas up front? Picking up that blitz, QB wasn't even close to being touched. That was as pristine a pocket as you will see.
tackle that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Trying to pound their way in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. Looking for a man. It's Van Buren. Big fella moving. Give him 6. Touchdown, LSU! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Florida Atlantic is trailing right now, and I know it may look bleak, but this team needs to regroup, remind itself it's at home, and remember just how quickly things can change. They're trailing by just 4 to Maryland. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being
going for the big play. He's got it down the left side. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. The Razorbacks headed quickly to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. It's complete to the right. He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Got it! Perfectly thrown ball. Nice catch. Good tackle, but it's 1st and goal from the 5.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
1st and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Quarterback making adjustments. They'll move the wide receiver. White wants to throw it to the end zone, and it's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by by this defense to get the football.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete.
And this offense has done a good job coming out the gate strong. They've been really, really good. This is the type of play, man, you can give momentum back to the defense, swing it back to the other side if you're not careful with the football.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Fires to the right. Caught near the sideline, it's Green. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. On the run, it's Durham. Breaks into the open. The 30. The 10. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. White gonna attack through the air. The sure hands, it's Anthony. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Bunch formation for these receivers. Looking to fire. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it inside the 25. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking for the score. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Touchdown, Arkansas! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this 2nd half we keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34.
Will take over. First and 10.
They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Back to throw, it's Van Buren. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they dialed up the shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. First play of the drive comes from the 38. The offense changing the play. To the air on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Throws to the wideout. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Takes it the other way. And he is taking it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers! Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Timeout, LSU.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
28, Arkansas, 7.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Finding an escape route. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Fighting off the defender. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Razorbacks will boot it away to start the second half. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34.
Take over. First and 10.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. The DBs will back off a bit. To the air. It's Van Buren. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Now the play fake. A strike downfield. Turning on the Jets. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. So close to cashing it in for this offense. He wants to throw it. Got it behind the line. It's buried. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Loss on first down increased the degree of difficulty. Second and goal from the 8.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Now third and goal and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Dances away. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Fitted in the window for the score. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Send that offense back onto the field. Pulls it, fired, complete. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the Razorbacks want to move quickly.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
He fires a bullet to the right. Pulls in the deep ball. And he's brought down after a huge completion. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. White wants to throw it. Pocket breaking down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Buying some time as he moves left. The throw. This one's complete. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Razorbacks are on the move. He wants to change this route. Trying to get the corner. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's not afraid to go deep. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Look out, he's got room. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Breaks free. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Florida Atlantic is trailing right now, and I know it may look bleak, but this team needs to regroup, remind itself it's at home, and remember just how quickly things can change. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Maryland. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. Grab behind the line. It's Anthony. There he goes. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. White going to attack through the air. interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Green. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Wants to go up top on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, LSU! And they take it in for 6 more points. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he puts through the extra point. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stops. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. White wants to throw it. Going downfield for the big play. Makes the grab on the left side. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quarterback may change this route. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Got room on the return. And what a way to end the quarter for this defense, forcing the big turnover. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. So first down, we'll open up the final period.
Let's go.
Looking downfield on first down. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
Here we go. On the ready.
Back to pass on second down. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown,